Glad to have you with us from Bloomington, Indiana, Memorial Stadium. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the Indiana Hoosiers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Checking in with the Indiana head coach before the game. They are so excited about how they've been able to prove everybody wrong. What they accomplished last week has pushed them into the conversation. And now they've got to prove that they can be even better. He said, I felt like that was our most complete game of the season, but we've got more to give. We'll see how they get off to a quick start today to prove that to the nation. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Run inside. It's Beebe. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown. Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And here's what you know about Indiana football. They're going to be physical. They're going to be so well coached and disciplined, and they're going to run the football. It was the key ingredient to helping Fernando Mendoza win a Heisman. Like the ability to RPO off of it. So, Palmer, I don't know who the names are going to be throughout the season, but I know they're going to run downhill, no nonsense, and they'll have a guy that they'll hitch their wagon to.
Yeah, everybody talking about losing Mendoza, but Black and Hemby were a big part of that thing, too. I think the offensive line, though, was key to it all. Anytime you have 2 1,000-yard rushers, it's because the guys up front are pushing people around, and that was the secret sauce to Indiana's Cinderella run a year ago. So up front, these guys have to continue to dominate. They'll reload the backfield through the portal, through recruiting, but it all starts and stops with the big fellas pushing people around. That's going to be the key for them on offense.
Rush is on. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Catch in the middle. It's Riley. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. The Aggies come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Reed rolls right, trying to escape and get it himself. The defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? The first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one. Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
A&M comes back out with another first down. To the ground. He's got it again. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Now here's Reed. Caught. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Gonna run it. It's Morrow. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Trying to run, it's Owens. Here, headed to the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Texas A&M going quickly. A first down run in the red zone. Driven back.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Bussey. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Good right down the boulevard. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Left side is shot. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to pass. It's Hoover. Out wide right, it's Becker. Wide open spaces. He's at the touchdown, Indiana. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. On the move from inside his 5. And he winds up right where he would have on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 25. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Quick give. It's Owens. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but
sprinting away! And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Here's Reed to throw. Escapes the pressure to his right. On the move, it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And when you're on defense and it's wet and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier. It gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
Takes the handoff. It's Beebe. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Straight ahead, it's Richard. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Uh-oh, look out. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Hoosiers are facing 3rd and inches. Changing the routes with his receivers. Just going to keep it after the snap. They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's 4th down. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. Has to have it on 4th down. He's not quite going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs as the defense stops him a few yards short.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the fourth down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Right side, it's Riley. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Running inside, it's Edwards. Dragged down right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be fourth down. Now on fourth down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Marcel Reed to throw for it on fourth. Makes a grab past the marker. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the fourth down, and it paid off.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks, and getting the first down.
Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Reed. He caught it. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to... And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing.
Number 38, set to kick it off.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Beebe.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They'll ride him again. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
Long way to go on second down. Back to pass, it's Hoover. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Third and long right here. they're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. From the gun, it's Edwards. They put the brakes on it.
They have been running ISOs in football since the beginning of time, right? They want to isolate that linebacker. A lot of times they're going to pull a guard. Great job by the defense seeing it, getting downhill, understanding where the ball's coming, going downhill, attacking it, and getting the big tackle for a loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Out wide right, it's Horton. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Deafening noise. Reed trying to cut through it. Got his man. Smashes through the tackle. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Throwing Reed. Oh, pressure's coming. Unloads in the nick of time.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm. Finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. This will likely be the last play of the half. Got a little grip. Headed to the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Aggies!
This has been an outstanding job by this football team in the middle 8, right? The last 4 minutes of the first half, they score a touchdown. And here in the first 4 minutes of the second half, they score another. They've changed the scoreboard. They've changed the momentum. Their confidence right now is very, very high. But this is one of those areas situationally in the game coaches are always harping on, and they have executed perfectly.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We start with the Oklahoma State Cowboys taking on the number 17 team, the Kansas State Wildcats.
And the returner will be brought down.
And it's Oklahoma State in an absolute fist fight with a team that has been every bit their equal today. Both offenses putting up points. Feels like anything can happen in this second half.
The Aggies offense will have another go at it. It's working. Why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Give to the running back. Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Aggies come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. On the run, it's Edwards. At midfield, he's got room. There he goes. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Aggies. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just handing the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Dropping back, it's Hoover. Rush right in his face. Finds a man in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Hits inside, it's Beebe. Oh, he's got some space. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. And the Hoosiers in the hurry-up.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together. Putting a drive like this together now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Finds his big tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. And he was able to break one tackle, Jesse, and almost got away from another.
Man, this secondary, this defense, they better pack a lunch. When this guy has the football, you've got to get bodies to him, and you better wrap up those legs and hold on tight. This dude...
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And, man, that's frustrating for an offense. You got a little something going. You had a little bit of momentum, but they've got to do a better job of protecting their guy, keeping him upright, letting him go make some plays for this offense. That's the only way he's going to get hot. They got to give him more time.
He's changing the play. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
Yeah, at this point on offense, it's all about finding completions and finding your rhythm. They get a few yards there with the slant.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Snapped on fourth down. Under pressure. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He steps out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt. You throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Just feeds the running back. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert 3rd and short. Reed. Moving out to the right. He's going to run it. Still running at the 40. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And, man, that's impressive because I feel like this QB, he knew it, Reese. Like, he knew exactly where he needed to get to. He drops back. He wants to pass the football, but he's like, I got plenty of space to get the first down with a little extra, makes that decision, and gets the first down.
This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. They'll send the back in motion. Out wide left, it's Edwards. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
The Aggies have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. They'll move the tight end. Keeps it moving, it's Edwards. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
And the Aggies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Left side, it's Riley.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The run inside. It's Edwards. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Rid of it on the RPO. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls.
Grabs it, and he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quick give. It's Edwards. Trying to find the end zone, and he's not going to make it as this defense is making it tough.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
The tight end gets the handoff on 3rd and short. You don't see that every day. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Hoover. Throws to the wideout. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the 4th quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Snags it over the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Hoosiers come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to...
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
He'll pull it down. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Keep it on the ground. And he's brought down after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for room. It's Edwards. He's got the 1st down. Hood got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Aggies. And the pummeling has started. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job, and that helped lead to the home run.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Free yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Fresh set of downs going up top. Turns it upfield. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Drops back on 1st down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. And that 3rd down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Looking for the marker. He won't get there. The defense with a 4th down stop.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now, because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much. We're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, you know, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
Oh, look out on the right. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown.
41, Indiana 7.
Here he comes. This is a gamble. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.